And we agreed along the way that because this regime is hell-bent on destroying Kenyans and killing Kenyans, for the sake of our people, we had to get out of the streets so that we can find a way to dialogue. And that is why we agreed on the national dialogue arrangement, where we forwarded our members and Kenya Kwanza forwarded their members, and they had a discussion. There were points that we took as Azimio, and there are those issues that they raised as Kenya Kwanza. And all these things were canvassed and discussed. At the end of the day, we agreed that we will agree on some. We may also agree to disagree on others. And the bone of contention is the issue of cost of living. I am very unhappy that the National Dialogue Committee did not agree to pick the proposals that came from Azimio la Umoja on reducing the cost of living. I am very disappointed. My party leader was a co-chair. He also is very disappointed. But you cannot throw the baby with the bathwater. We agreed that there are certain things that we have achieved. There are certain things we have won. There are certain things which are good for the country that have come out of this dialogue. Let us accept what we have got. A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. We take the bird in the hand, which is the things they've agreed to with us, so that we can progress. Then we can still go back and ask about the cost of living. And let me say that the regime, Kenya Kwanza regime, said the issue of cost of living is an issue that is really squarely in the hands of the national government through the leadership of Kenya Kwanza. I agree with them fully. I think we were trying to help them. We were trying to get the country out of this quagmire. And they were proud and they thought they know better than us. So I want to urge my principals and our leaders, let them carry their cross. Let them carry their cross. The country is burning. Kenyans are suffering. It is not, our work is to defend the Kenyans. We have done our bit. But when the regime says they're the ones who have the mandate, and you have heard the president himself say he has a sword, and even told us that this sword is not for cutting cabbages. So we expect that he's a threat, and therefore he's just telling us, keep off. So if somebody is holding a sword and all the military is behind him and the police is behind him, who are we to defend, to stand against him? So for us, we will take what has been given to us. We will still fight later for other things. I know that we have a strategy and we have a plan for the sake of Kenyans, but we are not divided. We are moving this journey together. This story of division in Azimio la Umoja is a creation of Kenya Kwanza. Kenya Kwanza wish that we could be divided because they know if we go to the next election as united as we are, they are going home. And I want to tell them, what you are fearing is what you will eat. You are definitely going home in 2027. Kenyans are tired. We have had enough of this regime. We have had enough of the excess taxation. And there's absolutely no way any right-thinking Kenyan will vote for this team to remain in power. We are asking God to bring 2027 quickly so that they can go home. 2032 is not even a discussion. They cannot be in office at that time. ODM is intact. Jubilee is intact, except the few that were stolen by Kenya Kwanza. DAPK is intact, and I think basically those are the main parties within the Azimio coalition, and they are all intact. So I don't know when people talk about some kind of split in the coalition. I don't know what they are talking about because I have not seen any splits. I've been asking around, and we are still united as ever. So I personally think that we are still united. The only issue that I could say that might be exaggerated is a matter of disagreement. And you know what? We are a democratic society. We are a democratic, coalition. And we allow differences of opinion. Wiper could have an opinion that slightly differs from ODM or differs from DAPK, but that doesn't mean that there is that's a cause for division. It just means that we have a difference of opinion. So I think, in my opinion, we are still united. We are still working together. We still subscribe to the ideals of Azimio, which is to save this country in 2027. And so we remain as united as ever. Now, yes, it is true sometimes some of our principles do not appear in some of the functions that we have. And so there is that, there is always speculation. When you don't see Kalonzo in a function, you start imagining that Kalonzo is no longer working with the team, or you don't see one of the other principles. The fact is that these principles have each got a region to deal with. And each of them has got to build the coalition. For your information, a strong Wiper is as strong as Azimio. A strong ODM is as strong as Azimio. A strong DAPK is as strong as Azimio. So the leaders don't have to always follow each other in every function. Raila can have a function in Western, Kalonzo has a function in Coast, Eugene Wamalwa has a function in Central Kenya, Martha Karua can have a function in Nairobi, and all those functions are basically for Azimio la Umoja One Kenya. So I don't think there's any division of any nature. I think we are as united as ever before. Now, there's been an issue to do with the National Dialogue report that Wiper party leader was co-chair, and as Wiper as a party, we support it. ODM also supports it. We have had also some of our principals, express their misgivings, and it is democratic and it is their right. And I think they have to be respected and their opinion has to be respected. But what is really of importance to us is that when we started these talks, Kenyans were coming out of the streets because we were having these demonstrations as a result of high cost of living and all this excessive taxation that this regime has imposed on our people. So we went out there because we were unhappy and the people were unhappy.